Ciao amici, are you planning your dream trip to Italy? Fantastic.
But hold on. Before you zip up that suitcase and hop on your flight, we've got something super important to talk about.
Packing, and more importantly, what not to pack, or the common mistakes travelers make when packing for Italy.
We're Rick,
And Andrea,
and we live right here in beautiful Italy, and we've seen tourists make the same crazy packing mistakes over and over again. And trust us, they can ruin your trip if you're not prepared.
so whether you're heading to Rome, Florence, Venice, or the countryside villa in Tuscany, avoid these travel packing mistakes and pack smarter for the Italian adventure.
All right, so let's get started. First up, don't pack the wrong clothes. This is probably the most common packing mistake that we see.
Italy is not a tropical country. In fact, Italy has four distinct seasons, and the weather varies a lot depending on where you go. Northern Italy gets chilly and even snowy in the winter, while southern Italy, think like Sicily or Calabria, can be warm even in late October. Also, don't be fooled by the Mediterranean weather. Yeah, summer in Italy is hot. For example, Rome in July and August can easily reach 35-40 Celsius or 95-104 Fahrenheit. So here's what you should do. Always check the weather for the exact region you are visiting and pack layers. Bring a lightweight jacket, a few breathable tops, and one or two dressing outfits for dinners or churches. Also, bring a rain jacket if you are visiting the spring or the fall. Lastly, if you're planning to visit Italy in the winter, you will need a nice jacket and a sweater or two, especially if you're visiting the north of Italy.
Well, at least a warm jacket. A nice warm jacket, even better. All right, so number two on our list of packing mistakes, shoes. Now, Italians love their fashion, but they also need to walk a lot. And we mention this a lot in almost every single one of our videos. It's our most important tip. We're talking about the ancient cobblestone streets, the uneven pavement and stairs that you're going to find everywhere. And in all of the little car access and historic centers, don't get me wrong, if you bring the wrong shoes, your feet are going to hate you. Please don't bring those brand new shoes that you haven't broken in yet. Keep the sandals and the flip-flops for the beach. You're out sightseeing and they're not ideal for that. And forget the high heels, unless you're wearing them inside to some restaurant or hotel. To summarize, comfortable walking shoes with good support. Fashionable sneakers are totally fine. Italians wear them too. And maybe a pair of nice flats or sandals if you're going to go out in the evening.
Number three, packing clothes that cover your knees and shoulder.
Mhm.
This is a big one. If you're visiting churches, cathedral, or the Vatican, especially the Vatican, you must cover your knees and your shoulders, men and women alike.
Yep. Actually, we've seen tourists turned away from St. Peter's Basilica and the Duomo in Florence, for wearing tank tops, short shorts.
And so on.
Yeah, don't let that be you.
Pack a lightweight scarf or shawl to cover your shoulders and wear a skirt or shorts that cover your knees. Think respectfully, modest clothing when you are packing for religious sightseeings. It doesn't mean that you have to dress like a nun,
No.
but be prepared.
Okay, so mistake number 4 on this list is not packing enough of your medications. One of the most important tips about medications is to pack them in your carry-on and never in your checked luggage. And that's because checked luggage can be lost, it can be delayed, and you don't want to risk having your medication sent to Tokyo while you're planning on sipping an Aperol Spritz in Florence. In Italy, medications do not need to be in their original container, but it's best if they are, just to be on the safe side. Also, always bring a copy of your prescription on your doctor's letterhead in case you need to order more. Now, also, Italy has pharmacies pretty much everywhere, and finding over-the-counter meds is rather easy. However, they may not be the exact same brand that you might be used to in the US or Canada, Australia, or so on. Other medications that are considered over-the-counter in your country may require a prescription in Italy.
And vice versa.
Exactly. So be sure you pack what you need with you. And also, another very important tip to keep in mind is that some medications might be legal in your own country, but could be considered illegal here in Italy. For this reason, it's really important to bring a form from your doctor or the hospital that prescribe these medications that includes the name of the patient and the name of the medication, and the condition that requires that medication along with the dosage. Lastly, we recommend that you check with your doctor and your local government for these medications. To summarize, make sure you bring a full supply for any prescription medication that you need in their original packaging. And as a rule of thumb, bring at least a few days extra worth of medicine. You never know, right? You might lose some, your trip might get delayed. Better be safe than sorry in this case.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about electronics. Italy uses 220 volts and two round prong Type C or Type L plugs. Your American or UK plugs, no, they won't work here. We heard so many horror stories of fried hair dryers and dead headphones. So don't forget to pack the right travel adapter. Also check if your device is dual voltage. Most phone, laptops, and tablets are, but many hair tools like curling iron are not. Plus, those items are bulky and heavy, so we recommend you to leave them at home.
Yep, actually, they're usually at the hotel.
Yep. Here's a bonus tip. Bring a portable power bank that is small and not too heavy with you. You'll be using Google Maps, taking a ton of photos, and maybe translating menus. Your phone battery won't last all day, so bring something to charge it. And don't forget the cable.
Exactly. Next up, let's talk about your travel documents. Don't wait until the last minute to organize your travel paperwork. You're going to need, obviously, your passport, but also check Europe's new travel rules. We made an entire video that you can watch up there. Also, pack a few printed copies of your passport, your flight details, hotel confirmations, and travel insurance. And please remember to pack all of your documents in your carry on, not in your checked luggage, obviously. Also, it's always recommended to keep a digital copy of all of this saved on your phone and in your email just in case your bags do go missing. Also, don't forget your driver's license if you plan to rent a car and the international driver's permit. It's going to be needed here. Also, print your train tickets, museum reservations, or any of the tours that you booked in advance. And remember that you should make all of your reservations for the most important attractions in Italy in advance. Otherwise, you'll probably end up waiting in line for hours. And of course, we'll leave a link in the description for some of our favorite and most common attractions here in Italy.
Now, let's talk of the most common and painful mistake of all, overpacking. We get it. You want to be ready for every occasion, but dragging a giant suitcase up narrow hotel staircase or cobblestones, it's miserable. This could be particularly true in Venice, where you will need to climb many steps up and down for bridges. Most Italian hotels, especially the old ones, have very small elevator. Keep this in mind. If you're planning on taking trains, you have limited luggage space and you will need to lift your bag up and down the train yourself. So bottom line, the less the better. Pack light and bring only the essential with you. Bring clothes that work together so you can mix and match outfits. 1 week worth of clothes is plenty, even for a 2 week trip. Keep in mind that in every city center you will be able to find a laundromat, so you can do your laundry. Also, most bed and breakfast have washer and dryers. And well, dryers not so much, but washer for sure.
On our B&B, they do.
Yeah. So check for this feature when you make your reservation.
Right. And remember, the less you pack, the more freedom you'll have.
Absolutely. Now, here are a few bonus tips we learned over this year living in Italy.
Yeah. So first is bring a crossbody bag or money belt. Pickpocketing can happen, especially in areas with a lot of tourists.
Pack a tiny travel umbrella or a light rain jacket. The weather can be unpredictable, especially in the spring and in the fall.
Yep. Bring a foldable tote or backpack for day trips and for your market shopping.
Yes, bring a refillable water bottle, for most cities have fountains with clean and fresh water for you to refill your bottles. Also, always bring a little piece of Marseille soap. I'm prone to stain my clothes all the time, and Marseille really saved me more time than I can remember.
Yeah, actually, you need them pretty much
Yeah.
every time. Also, don't forget to leave some room in your bags for souvenirs. Chances are you're going to do shopping while you're here and you're going to need that space to bring it all home.
Yeah, Italy is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and we wanted to enjoy every single moment of it. Avoiding this packing mistake will save you stress, money, and sore feet.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Remember, pack smart, travel light, and come prepared because once you're here, you really want to enjoy your trip, right?
Absolutely.
By the way, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tips about Italy.
And if you have any question about packing for Italy, drop them in the comment below. We love to help you with your comments.
Thank you so much for watching. Buon viaggio, happy travels, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.